At KBLA 1580.
Follow the leader.
Are you ready?
The station leading the way with exclusive interviews.
Follow the leader.
Stimulating conversation and intellectual discourse that empowers, enlightens, and informs.
Follow the leader.
Follow the leader at KBLA 1580. We've got a lot to talk about.
Keep following the leader.
Follow the leader. Follow the leader. Follow the leader. Follow the leader.
I'm Zoe Williams, the voice of reason. If your relationship is in trouble, I'm the dude to call. Has your soulmate become your cellmate? Does black love still exist? What are your bedroom turnoffs? Fantasies and fetishes. Financial infidelity. I'm dating a fat person. Are they worth the wait? Trust me, this gonna be crazy.
How about the heavy stuff?
The child wasn't his, and he still had to pay child support.
It's a very heated topic.
How was that right?
Mama's baby, daddy's maybe.
I just have so many questions I want to ask you.
I just like to kiss it. There's something wrong with that.
Damn.
He told me he had a vasectomy. I'm pregnant.
Betrayal has been committed.
Hit you with the bad pipes routine.
How does he maintain his humposity?
He likes it when it pinches my neck.
Why can't you open up, brother?
I'm a karate man. Karate man rules on the inside. They don't show their weaknesses.
Yeah.
How do you write women so well?
Zoe Williams,
Reason and accountability.
the voice of reason.
Childhood trauma carries with it a curse, and the curse is loneliness.
Andy is upset right now because the video is
The abuse and neglect you suffered as a kid didn't just affect you emotionally. Abuse and neglect caused an injury to your ability to connect with other people. And if this happened to you, you were robbed of what every person rightfully deserves: to be treasured and to be lovingly guided into the realm of human connection that's all around you and on which the richness of your life and even your survival sometimes depend. Now, all through your life, the people who become your friends and coworkers and loved ones and your ability to connect with them will likely be the single biggest factor in how your life turns out. And thankfully, no matter where you begin or how old you are right now, you are capable of increasing your capacity to love and connect with other people. Now, you might say, oh, it's too hard. And yes, it's hard, but healing is possible. Remember, there is nothing wrong with you. You have a common side effect of growing up with trauma, and it's not your fault. We now know that abuse and neglect early in life can literally change your brain, and it can restrict the normal cognitive processes that enable you to seek out and connect with good, appropriate people to bring into your life, to know instinctively how to interact with people, and to detect red flags so that you can avoid people who should not be let into your life. Now, as I say this, I know a lot of you are going to be welling up with emotion. This loss of the ability to feel like you're part of everything, that you're a full-fledged member of the human race, losing that is a tragic part of childhood PTSD. To be capable of love, but not to be able to sustain a normal, loving relationship is a devastating price to pay for what happened. But you can absolutely make progress in this area if you are intentional about it. If you just kind of leave it to chance and hope you'll figure out.
Isn't that one of the toughest experiences? To be in a relationship yet feel bone-achingly lonely. It's pretty heavy. Let's get Attila back in here to finish her final thought here. Attila, can you answer that question for me?
Zoda.
Yes.
Ask me again.
I knew you was going to do that.
Of course, because you know I'm going to forget. Who I get that from?
I don't know. Excuse me. I be forgetting all the time. But see, I'm old. You're young.
No, I see you cheating because now you sound like my pappy. Now, that don't make no sense why y'all be doing that to us now. I feel like this stuff is hereditary, and I'm going to leave it at that.
I done forgot what my question was, and it was a really good question. JT says, this topic hits home for me tonight. I'm just listening. You should call in, though, to be honest, Jay, because we've talked about this on numerous occasions. You should call in. But Attila, what are your final thoughts if you forgot my question? I forgot it, too.
Sure. I mean, well, even just to reflect on the last clip you played, I think that was Crappy Childhood Fairy.
Oh, yeah. Something about the magnet. Yes. Let me get back. Something about the magnet. I asked you about the magnet. I said, when you get neutral internally, does the magnet get stronger or does it just go away? Do you attract different types of people? Do you turn the buster magnet off? What happens when you get neutral internally?
I mean, that's kind of the craziness of fearful avoidance. I don't think we ever are really neutral, to be honest. To give you an example, like fearful, so Crappy Childhood Fairy, I think that was her. She just mentioned that, oh, it must be so horrible to, be with somebody and not be able to relate to them, whatever the case. Da, 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 da. Well, imagine that being your entire life. Like, you've never experienced true relatedness in terms of family, friends, or otherwise. And in the moment that you had it, it might have been snatched away, right? So I don't really think that we have a good grasp of what neutrality is, for the simple fact that neutrality is foreign. It doesn't really make neutrality to me would be peace. If I was, and I think that I'm approaching that now. Being in a place of neutrality is empowerment because I can decide which way I want to go at that point, right? And so if I'm in a situation where I'm attracting people that are more avoidant to me, well, that's my chance to practice that muscle of, you know what? I'm not going to go there with you. I hope you have a nice life, right? Essentially, I'm not going to capitulate, or I can't say the other word that True Murder would say, but I'm not going to capitulate to your demands, in the sense that, okay, so let's say now I'm leaning more avoidant and I'm attracting people who are anxious, right? I don't necessarily have to give in to the control and the domineeringness disguised as love. Right. And so essentially you kind of get a chance to flex whatever muscle it is that you have. But I think that's the thing. When you flex a muscle, it's now going to be sore because you're working on it. And so I think essentially what I'm learning is to endure that feeling of soreness to say, hey, I've actually learned something in this area. And it feels weird because now I've had to do something that was unfamiliar to me at the time, but now I can take that on in stride. So I would say neutrality is a really good space for someone who's fearful avoidant. I'm talking about that specific attachment style. I can't say that for the others, but for us, it is a great space to be in if you're in it.
I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Attila, guess what you just did?
I brought Houston in the building.
Houston, Texas is in the building. If you want to bring your city in the building, you know the deal. You already know the protocol. The number to dial, 1-800-920-1580. Loneliness is often tied to early attachment wounds, particularly for those who experience disorganized or insecure attachment in childhood. John Bowlby and Mary Ainsworth attachment theory explains how these early relationships shape adult patterns of intimacy. Those with avoidant attachment styles may experience heightened loneliness due to their simultaneous desire for intimacy and fear of dependency. Although avoidants crave connection, they often push others away, creating a paradox where their attempt at self-preservation exacerbates their sense of isolation. On the other hand, individuals with anxious attachment styles tend to engage in cycles of loneliness despite their attempts to form close relationships. Their constant need for validation and fear of abandonment can result in behaviors that drive others away, reinforcing their feelings of disconnection. Do you see how this is working? Can you see how an anxious preoccupied might say, you know what, I learned to not really say nothing, because when I start having diarrhea of the feelings, somebody is being crowded, or feeling like I'm being too much, or I'm pouring it on too much, or whatever. Do you get what I'm saying? The avoidant, on the other hand, I've been conditioned. One has been conditioned to perform. Let me show you, I'm worth it. Let me show you. The other one's been conditioned to, I'll do it myself. It's safer by myself. It's safer in here than it is out there with you. Do you see? I can't really share how I feel. Can you imagine the loneliness that comes from that? We got callers. People want to talk. D from Detroit. What are your thoughts on tonight's topic?
Hey, I apologize because I am on duty, so therefore my number does not correlate with everything. However, I wanted to ask you, though, it's been dire on my heart, but the topic came up. What do you feel about Bad Seeds? Have you ever watched the movie Bad Seeds? It's been about 4 movies. Macaulay Culkin was in the last movie. And basically, he killed his, he murked his family.
Was that the movie? Was that the movie called Problem Child? With Macaulay Culkin?
I just know that it's Bad Seed because it came from cryogenics and manipulation of genes and, holding a womb, holding a sperm, an egg for 30 years, of course you're going to be subjected to other disabilities that you would have been subjected to back then, even though they are trying to cure that. However, do you feel as if you can love a woman to this day at your age and say, I will go ahead with in vitro fertilization?
Wait a minute. D, that's not even the topic. Wait a minute.
I know, but it pertains to relationships and openness.
All right.
As well as your DNA.
I tell you what, I will.
I don't mean disrespect you on your own.
No. You're not disrespecting me. No. But I tell you what, this is what I'll do for you.
I sent your cash up last week while you was in hospital.
But this is what I'll do for you. I will do a topic on in vitro. How about that? And then we'll be on topic.
My God, as much as the United States has stopped Way versus Way, you would do that for me.
Yeah, I'll do that topic for you. But you already know, when you call in here, you got to be on topic. So guess what you did? You brought Detroit in the building. We appreciate you for calling in. In the name of sweet baby Ray's barbecue sauce. Django, I hope they kill you. Anyway, when I come forward, the voice of reason will continue these phone calls. Let's get them.
Reasons. The reasons that we're here, the reasons that we fear, our feelings won't disappear. You're listening to the voice of reason with Zoe Williams on KBLA Talk 1580.
The California Crusader newspaper would like to thank all of our subscribers for their support throughout the years, proudly serving the South Los Angeles and South Bay areas for more than 40 years. The California Crusader is a multicultural, black-owned, adjudicated newspaper that focuses on providing newsworthy information to the people in our community. We're constantly looking for ways to assist businesses in our community to connect with our subscribers. We provide low-cost, effective ways to promote your business with our reasonable and affordable advertising rates. You can participate by suggesting, sharing, and submitting your stories on the California Crusader newspaper Community Share Facebook group page, or visit our website at cal-cruise-news.com. That's calcruisenews.com. Then click on the Submit Now button located on the top right corner of the homepage, or text CCN to 42828. Again, text CCN to 42828. The California Crusader newspaper, working together to build a better community for our future. Subscribe today.
If you say you care about the community, you have to also care about the climate. We're KBLA Talk 1580, and we've got your black. KBLA Talk 1580. We've got a lot to talk about.
Imagine a Los Angeles where everyone can thrive, where communities have access to the resources they need to succeed. That's the vision of Detours Mentoring Group, Inc. They're dedicated to improving life in LA County by providing educational support, employment assistance, and spaces for community engagement. By 2050, they want LA to be the best place to connect, create, learn, live, and play. They're working toward an education system that's well-resourced and culturally responsive, becoming a hub for artists and innovators, and making sure everyone has access to healthy food, quality healthcare, and safe housing. It's about building a future where we all have the chance to succeed. We invite you to learn more about their mission and get involved with Detours Mentoring Group, Inc. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
We've got a lot to talk about.
I'm Reverend Gerald, the life coach. Is someone you love struggling with addiction and mental illness? Is improving your family's health important? Want to leave a legacy that your family can grow? Are you ready to enhance your perception of life experiences? Then wake up weekends at 7 a.m. with Urban Family Focus and get the wisdom, opportunity, resources, and motivation to live your best life. Join the conversation on Urban Family Focus Saturday and Sunday at 7 a.m.
Unapologetically progressive. KBLA Talk 1580. We've got your black. You know you want some more. It's the voice of reason with Zoe Williams on KBLA Talk 1580.
I'm so tired of being alone. I'm so tired of on my own. Won't you help me, girl, just as soon as you can? People say that I found a way to make you say that you love me. Hey, baby, you didn't go for that. Now it's a natural fact that I wanna come back. Show me where it's at, baby. I'm so tired of being alone. I'm so tired of on my own. Won't you help me, girl, soon as you can?
What's the problem? People find themselves chronically in unhealthy, unbalanced relationships where they give the majority of love, respect, and care only to receive nothing in return. Despite the pain, they stay in this unhappy, toxic dance. Why? Because they're afraid of feeling the intense shame and pathological loneliness that would arise if they left. What is it? Often, this has been called codependency. However, a more appropriate phrase is self-love deficit disorder, or SLDD. Why? As you can see on this SLDD diagram, codependency is a mere symptom of not loving oneself. Codependency is not what needs to be treated. Rather, the root cause needs to be addressed. It all begins with attachment trauma, the root cause. This often occurs when a child is raised by a narcissistic parent who does not allow them to feel loved, respected, cared for, and safe. Love is merely conditional and judgmental. This trauma is then responsible for causing core shame. Core shame is a distorted belief of being fundamentally bad or flawed. Such toxic shame reduces a person to feeling only good when they take care of others while ignoring themselves. Loving someone while being invisible creates pathological loneliness, deep, bone-aching emotional pain. This is the excruciating SLDD addiction withdrawal pain that reduces one to feeling invisible, worthless, and unlovable. The pain of it is simply unbearable. Hence, the person with SLDD is uniquely prone to SLDD addiction, which is the desperate need of a relationship that will make the lonely pain go away. The pathologically narcissistic romantic interest becomes their drug of choice, which never remedies their loneliness and lifelong pursuit of love, respect, and caring. Like other addictions, the attraction to narcissists begins with euphoria and excitement, but predictably ends with regret and shame. This attachment traumatized, shame-based, pathologically lonely, narcissist-addicted...
Yo! That kid was cooking. So the SLDD, as I explained on numerous shows prior to this one, is in search of something just like the narcissist. They're mirrors of each other. They have a supply too. Tell me I'm worthy. Tell me I'm good enough. Tell me I deserve your love. Tell me the love I give you is the best love you've ever had. They're the invert of the narcissist. That's why I keep saying it's a lie when they say only the narcissist seeks supply. Everyone is seeking some kind of supply. And the desire or the demand for the particular supply you're looking for, its origins come from your early childhood. This is why so many people will mistake the behaviors of fearful avoidant or dismissive avoidant as narcissistic. Right? No, they're not narcissistic. Right? Some can become narcissists, but, they're not technically narcissists. Right? They have some overlap, but here's the issue. Relationship is designed spiritually, psychologically, metaphysically. It is designed to crack you open. So whatever defenses you have, the universe is undefeated. Right? Whatever coping mechanisms you have, the universe is undefeated. The universe will send you someone to disrupt your spirit on purpose. Why? To reveal what you consciously and unconsciously conceal. It can't heal unless it's revealed. But you've been spending all your time trying to conceal, project the ideal when none of it is real. The only thing that's real is your pain. The only thing that's real is your pain. The only thing that will lead to a gain in this situation is you embracing your pain. Right? But nobody wants to do it because it hurts. Right? No, it's easier. It's more comfortable. And sometimes you get quicker results when you manipulate, when you use. There's no way you can be with somebody that is more or that much more horrible than you are right now. No way. Right? Their manifestations of the ugly may be different than yours, but that doesn't make their ugly any more uglier than yours is. Right? If you beating up yourself, if you're condemning yourself, if you're packing away your wounds and projecting a lie, oh, I want to be in a relationship, future faking, but really you don't. Really, the ick is rising. Oh my God, what did I commit to? Oh, this person, oh, I have to work on me. Oh, no. Let me back out of this deal. This is a bad deal. I didn't sign up for this. I signed up for the soft life. Ain't nothing soft about spiritual enlightenment. Do you understand? I don't believe that the ick is sequestered to just the fearful avoidant or the dismissive avoidant. Right? I think anxiety is an ick. Anxious preoccupied is anxious when they get pulled away from. Oh, somebody's pulling away. Up, their ick rises. Where you going? Let me start tap dancing. Do you got some sand so I can soft shoe and show you my new moves? Please tell me, I'm valuable to you. I think everyone has icks. But if you're in a relationship where you cannot be you, listen, we got it in reverse. Why is it in reverse? Because people are always saying, make me comfortable enough to share with you. No, make your damn self comfortable enough. Yes, it's possible. Yes, it's possible. If you know, damn, I got this, or I'm diagnosed this, or, this is my attachment style. I'm insecurely attached this way. If you know, and you don't do no work, and the onus for your safety is external, all you got to do is show up right. If you show up right, then I'll show up right. That's not how it works. What if you say, wow, let me get into it. Let me get into it real quick. What are the core wounds of anxious preoccupied? What are the core wounds of self-love deficient, i.e. codependent? What are the core wounds of fearful avoidant? What are the core wounds of figure it out and say, wow, that's me. Yeah, oh, that's something for me to work on. Let me overcome that. Is that not the art of war? The key to the art of war is not fighting other people. It's conquering yourself. Nah, you got to come in and make me comfortable. No. You know what makes you uncomfortable. Start the self-investigation. This is what self-awareness is about. I'm triggered this way because this happened. And I feel uncomfortable about what happened. I'm still triggered by what happened. Let me go into my childhood and start to unpack that. Right? Let me go into my childhood and start to unpack that. Make sense? Nah, you do it. I'm not your unhealed wounds babysitter. I'm not your insecure attachment styles babysitter. I'm not its butler. This ain't Mr. Belvedere. Show up for yourself instead of demanding others show up for you. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Are you saying you can't heal yourself? Healing yourself hurts worse than manipulating others. When I come forward, the voice of reason, going back to the phone lines.
By myself now. I tell you, I'm tired, baby. I'm tired of being all wrapped up late at night. In my dreams, nobody but you, baby. Sometime I wonder.
He's on fire tonight. It's the voice of reason with Zoe Williams exclusively on KBLA Talk 1580.
I'm Amber Payton with 4 Things You Should Know from BIN News. Vice President Harris's campaign is declining a live interview with Elon Musk on X. That's according to billionaire investor Mark Cuban, who offered to connect them with Musk, who owns X, but the Harris campaign reportedly said they did not trust that Musk would stick to the topic of the election. The city of Akron, Ohio has reached a financial settlement with the family of a black man, Jalen Walker. Walker's family filed a federal lawsuit after the 25-year-old's 2022 shooting death at the hands of Akron police. Nike will continue to be the exclusive uniform partner for the NBA and WNBA well into the next decade. The sports apparel giant and the two leagues announced Monday they renewed their partnership that began in 2017. And several southern states are smashing early voting records. Georgia, North Carolina, and Louisiana are among those setting new records for the November election. Voters in more states can vote early starting now. They include Texas, Florida, Arkansas, South Carolina, and Connecticut. Get BIN News on demand 24/7 at BINnews.com.
Still got those annoying mosquitoes, ants, crickets, and creepy spiders? Get 'em out for good. Call legendary Dewey Pest Control and Termite Control. Family run since 1929. Get a free inspection and a $100 radio discount at DeweyPest.com. That's DeweyPest.com.
Follow the leader.
KBLA Talk 1580. Follow the leader. Be sure to follow us on Instagram at KBLA 1580.
Follow the leader.
Are you ready?
The station leading the way with exclusive interviews,
Follow the leader.
stimulating conversation, and intellectual discourse that empowers, enlightens, and informs.
Follow the leader.
Follow the leader at KBLA 1580. We've got a lot to talk about.
Keep following the leader.
Follow the leader. Follow the leader. Follow the leader. Follow the leader.
Medicare open enrollment is here, and it's a time you can make changes to your health coverage. Yet, watch out for enrollment and marketing scams. Remember, Medicare will neither call you nor solicit your business. Guard your card. Never give out your Medicare number to strangers. Unsolicited calls, door-to-door visits, and emails are prohibited. Take your time. Don't feel pressured to make a quick decision. Report scams to our California Senior Medicare Patrol at 1-855-613-7080.
Chevy, All the Things 2024 Truck Season Radio 30, code GWMR 0294000.
This truck season, think about all the things you can do in a Chevy truck. You'll be able to, or you can even just, with impressive towing, incredible bed and tailgate functionality, and multiple powertrains, Chevy trucks have what you need to get things done. When you want to do it all, Chevy's got you. Chevrolet, together let's drive.
KBLA Talk 1580. We've got a lot to talk about.
KBLA Talk 1580, connecting you with services and solutions. If you need help getting your resume in order, finding job training, or landing a job, we've got 3 great options for you. First, the City of Los Angeles has WorkSource centers across the area offering free job support. The California Workforce Development Board can help you with everything from GED prep to vocational training at no cost to you. On the federal level, the Department of Labor's American Job Centers offer a full range of services for job seekers and businesses alike. Visit careeronestop.org, or for more info, just call California's Help Center or visit cwdb.ca.gov or call 916-657-1440. For the City of Los Angeles programs, go to ewd.lacity.gov or call 213-744-7300. All these services are free to help you get your next job. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
Hey, John, why so glum?
I just got let go. The company's downsizing. This is the 3rd time in the last 2 years. I'm done with this.
Have you thought about My Computer Career? I've heard they can train you for a career in IT in just a few months, including cybersecurity and the basics of AI. And you don't need prior training or experience. Now that's a recession-resistant career.
Wow, thanks. I'll check them out.
Go to mycomputercareer.edu and take the free career evaluation. mycomputercareer.edu. Financial aid is available for qualified students, including the GI.
KBLA Talk 1580. We've got a lot to talk about.
KBLA Talk 1580, connecting you with services and solutions. The Autopsy Initiative provides a second autopsy free of charge for victims' families who have lost their loved ones due to a police-related death. The services offered through the initiative include the completion of a second autopsy, disclosure of preliminary findings, and a final autopsy report. A police-related death is when an individual is harmed by police officers using deadly force, which results in an individual's death. Police-related death includes in-custody deaths, including those that arise during contact with law enforcement officers during arrest, pursuit, booking, transport, or incarceration. The Autopsy Initiative has a team of board-certified professionals pathologist on call. An autopsy request may be completed by anyone with a close relationship with the victim, which may include the victim's spouse, partner, relative, close friend, or lawyer. To request a free second autopsy for a victim of police violence, please visit knowyourrightscamp.com. That's knowyourrightscamp.com. Then click on autopsy, then click on request. At KBLA, we believe in justice for victims of police violence. We say their names, and we don't black down. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
This is KBLA Talk 1580. Talk radio. That's music to your ears. We're unapologetically progressive. KBLA Talk 1580. You're listening to the voice of reason with Zoe Williams. Only on KBLA Talk 1580.
Well, I can't quit you, babe. But I got to put you down for a while. Well, you know I can't quit you, babe.
But I gotta put you down for a while.
But I got to put you down for a while.
My. Yes.
Well, you messed up my happy home, babe.
You messed up this happy home.
Made me mistreat my only child.
Now you're mistreating my only child. Lord have mercy. This is the blues.
Yes, you know I love you, babe. My love for you, I could never hide. Oh, you know I love you, babe. My love for you, I could never hide.
My love for you, I can never hide. Come on.
I've got this private Facebook group for women in relationships with narcissistic people, and somebody brought up loneliness. Ross Rosenberg called it pathological loneliness because you have this flawed self-concept, or I'm only as good as what I do or don't do for others. Pathological kindness is like kindness is in your bones, it's in your genes, it's in your DNA, that's your pathology. So if you get to a point of pathological loneliness, it's all-consuming and it's excruciating. You feel worthless and lonely. Rosenberg called it core shame. I'm only as good as what I do for others. So I'm a human doing, is what he says. So that's like I'm going to continually try to do something to get somebody to love me. I've got...
Oh my God. That definition there describes most men I know. Boy, you ain't worth nothing unless you're doing something. Yeah. Pathological loneliness. Unseen and unheard unless you deliver. You got to deliver, brother. What good are you if you haven't delivered? Are my bills paid? Did you change the oil? Huh? Where were you when I heard the bump in the night? You were somewhere else? Where is somewhere else? You mean out of 36 years I missed one time to protect you and you finna grind my gears over? A human doing. Devaluation. Right? Yeah, man. Relationships are cold-blooded when you don't know the origin story of a person's wounds. If you don't know the origin story of your wounds, relationships can be hella problematic. Let's have an origin story party. I'll tell you the origin of my wounds. Oh no, but I need to be safe. Well, it can't be safe unless I find inner neutrality in order to have a mutual discussion, right? Mutual reciprocity, right? Bidirectional disclosure. You disclose something hurtful about your past, I'll disclose something hurtful about mine. If we're trying to see each other beyond the lens of the wounds. If you can't speak about your wounds, if you can't name your demons, you can't exercise them. We got callers on the line. Let's get it. Nazarene X, Atlanta, Georgia. Nephew, get in here, brother.
What up, man? Look, I'm glad that I caught it when I did, man. It's good to be with you. I came in, you know what I'm saying? I think you were saying something about that Buster Magnet and some more stuff. Like,
yeah, man.
It's on fire. So I heard that SLDD thing, and of course my acronym loving MC mind just like, well, stop letting dummies decide. Boy, you gotta respect yourself and lift your voice sometimes, man. Like, yo, you be careful what you speak over yourself. If that hasn't been touched on already too, and I definitely feel, you know, that place of just consideration and empathizing or relating to those who have felt lonely or felt voiceless, felt unheard and unseen in the whole nine. And then even to touch on Miss D or whatnot, like if you mention Macaulay Culkin, like them Home Alone vibes, like you never know what could happen when you put your imagination to the test for real. So find balance in it all, you know what I'm saying? Like even if you feel lonely, you better get you some imaginary friends. Tap into God.
No, this is heavy, Nazarene. Let me just say this, man. We got to remember, wounds are probably damn near more addictive than oxytocin. Oxycontin. Excuse me, not oxytocin. Oxycontin. I done got into the bonding hormone. I didn't mean Oxycontin, right? Sometimes those wounds are all we know. So it's hard to break away from the power of those wounds. You get what I'm saying?
Nah, I do, and that's the thing. Like,
and Zinga said oxytocin too. Yep, exactly. The bonding. Exactly. Yeah.
You ain't got to break away to break through.
You ain't got to break away to break through. Boy, come on, man. Listen, slap them upside the dome piece on their way home from Jones Beach. That's all I ask. Hey, Nazarene X, guess what you just did?
ATL.
Love. Yeah, if you want to bring your city in the building, all you got to do is call me 1-800-920-1580. Theo, I know you guys are starting to get familiar with Theo Washington, right? Theo is in the chat, and Theo Washington knows he needs this work tonight, but Theo's not going to call in. You know why? Because Theo has one foot in healing and the other foot in keeping his wounds alive. See, he's been conditioned to follow their instructions, right? So when he gets on the line with me, he be like, yeah, you right, Unc, my bad. Yeah, I see it. I see what you're talking about. But I told Theo, get in here at least once a week, Theo, to get this work. No, Theo just wants to comment in the chat. Theo, if you don't get in here, 1-800-920-1580. Theo's one of my favorite callers, man. I love Theo because at least he has the strength, man, to go back and forth and you know, be questioned. I love that about Theo. But when I come forward, I'm going to talk to Ronella. She's in Orlando, Florida. Yo, it's going to be fire when we get together. Watch it.
Is it good to you? More Voice of Reason with Zoe Williams when we come forward.
Have you heard of the 50-30-20 rule? This can help you spend and save your money wisely. So how does it work? Distribute your dollars into 3 buckets. 50% towards needs, 30% towards your wants, and 20% goes to savings. Use this tool to help your journey to financial success. Sponsored by JP Morgan Chase & Company.
To the 100 million people who owe the IRS money, this message is for you. We've helped tens of thousands of people close the door on their tax debt. So if you feel like you're stuck in a hole with IRS tax debt, then this is the easiest way to get a resolution quickly. To qualify for a no-pay or low-pay resolution, just call 687-246-9655 to get free from the IRS once and for all.
To keep your bank accounts, income, and assets secure, tax closure is your same-day cure.
Substance use disorder and addiction is so isolating. And so, as a Black woman in recovery, hope must be loud. It grows louder when you ask for help and you're vulnerable. It is the thread that lets you know that no matter what happens, you will be okay.
When we learn the power of hope, recovery is possible. Find out how at startwithhope.com. Brought to you by the National Council for Mental Wellbeing, Shatterproof, and the Ad Council.
If you're facing an unexpected financial emergency, you need WeFixMoney.com. WeFixMoney.com can help you get up to $3,000 fast. Simply fill out the form and get an answer in 2 minutes. WeFixMoney.com is free to use, available 24/7, and has an A rating with the Better Business Bureau. Trust the name you know. WeFixMoney.com. For emergency cash up to $3,000, type WeFixMoney.com directly in your browser. That's WeFixMoney.com.
Linking social justice and climate justice all year long. We're unapologetically progressive. KBLA Talk 1580. KBLA Talk 1580. We've got a lot to talk about.
KBLA Talk 1580, connecting you with services and solutions. Worried about eviction? You have rights, and Stay Housed LA can help. Stay Housed LA is a partnership between LA County, the City of Los Angeles, and local service providers. From Lancaster to Long Beach, we're here to help you with tenant education workshops, legal clinics, free legal services for eligible tenants, and online resources about tenant protection laws. Don't face eviction alone. Call our hotline at 1-888-694-0040. That's 1-888-694-0040. Or visit stayhousedla.org. Stay Housed LA, keeping Los Angeles residents in their homes. Stay Housed LA, your rights, your home, our community. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
You know you want some more. It's the voice of reason with Zoe Williams on KBLA Talk 1580.
We got Tevin? That was on my list? Come on! After all that blues, we get into some R&B. Let's go! Come on, Tevin, tell him.
Last night I saw you standing, and I started pretending I knew you, and you knew me too. And just like a romance, you were too shy, but you weren't the only, 'cause so was I. And I dreamed of you ever since. Now I build up my confidence that next time you come.
Traumatic loneliness is probably one of the worst feelings a person can have. It can come from some experience of trauma that has left you not trusting other people, or it might come from growing up in a household where you felt emotionally neglected, not supported, not engaged with, and so it felt safer to turn to maybe objects or things or activities rather than connecting deeply with another person.
Man, traumatic loneliness. Sounds like dismissive avoidant. Sounds like anxious preoccupied. Sounds like fearful avoidant. Inclement affection. Inconsistent affection. Inconsistent acknowledgement. Inconsistent nurturing. Destroys kids. That's just what it is. Here we go. Let's get our callers back in here. Ronella, Orlando, Florida. Get up in here.
Hello.
Hey, how are you? What are your thoughts on tonight's topic?
No thoughts, but I've been a loner all my life since I was a kid. And I'm 61 years old now, and I'm still a loner.
I bet you like yourself, though.
So I do.
And you learned to
I do.
like yourself, right? Was it always
Yes,
that way?
I have to. Yes.
I love it. I love it.
But it can get bad sometimes because, I don't get lonely, but I have those days that I get lonely. But I've been a loner all my life.
Right.
I feel safe that way.
Mm-hmm.
Like a safe, I feel safe there.
Man, Ronella, this feels good to finally get you in here talking. I appreciate you for calling.
Yeah, first time for everything.
And listen, don't be scared. Call in anytime. You survived a damn hurricane. You here. So come on. You understand? You call in anytime. You got a seat at the table, okay, sweetheart?
Thank you.
All right, Ronella from Orlando, Florida. Let me get my nephew in here. Theo, Charleston, South Carolina. Come on, man. You already know, man. What's your thoughts on tonight's topic?
I mean, it's a great show, great topic, but I beg to differ in different lanes. I recognize how the childhood trauma of where you were in your early part of your life can hold you back. But then if you exercise those demons and that shadow work, you can be like my mother is right now. Just got 64 years of marriage, and well, not marriage. She just recently got married again after just turning 64. So it's out here.
But that's your mama. What about you?
Oh, I'm gonna get there. I don't want to be the guy that bounces from marriage to marriage to marriage. I'm not doing that. If I get married one time, that's a wrap.
So what's your healing process? What are you doing? Because, we talked a couple weeks ago and it wasn't looking good. So don't try to call in here like I had 2 weeks and now I'm healed.
Okay, so I've learned.
Women.
That's funny. I love that. But no, awareness is a green flag. It ain't a red flag. You know what I mean? So I'm still doing my independent searching and studying through various platforms before I actually walk into a therapist's office. You get what I'm saying? That's all.
Listen, man, you had a lot of controlling, a lot of little controlling little indicators in the last conversation we had.
I've been guilty as charged. I can be honest about
All right,
that.
then. So I don't want you to call in here like you got it together, like you Thanos right now. You're not Thanos yet.
But you said it correctly. I got 1 foot in and 1 foot out. Because initially, the world is trying. The world is not focused on which direction it wants to go.
You know which direction you want to go in. Let's just be honest.
Feeling over there.
Be honest, Theo. You know what direction you want to go in. Be honest.
I don't know, though. I don't know. The pendulum is swinging both ways right now, and it ain't giving no even balance out of any of this right now.
I know exactly which way you want to go.
I want to go heal. Trust me, I want to go heal, but it's like
no, you want to control.
It's a lonely
Control
road.
is easier. If I can control her with money, resources, protection, I ain't gotta heal. This is why there's so many toxic people, men in particular, on YouTube. Let's just be honest. It's the easier route. I don't have to conquer my wounds. She'll just be quiet and do as I say. Girl, you better shut up and keep dribbling. Or all this could go away.
So you're gonna have to give me a little bit more on that. You're going to have to give me a little bit more on that because you're saying...
Nope. Listen, I got to talk to you tomorrow.
Okay.
And we
okay,
really go. You got to call in early, and we going to work this. All right, Thanos?
I got you.
Don't snap your finger until tomorrow, okay? Give me a shot. All right, brother. We appreciate you. Hustle from Miami, Florida. Get in here.
What's up, brother?
Come on, man. You know I'm in here acting crazy right now. Come on, talk to me, bro.
So real quick, are you familiar with the book Outwitting the Devil?
Yes.
So in that book, they talk about the weapons most powerful. I mean, the devil's most powerful weapon, which is drifting.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So you was talking about the soft life, and I think that people are using the soft life as an excuse for drifting.
Boom. That's all I was
You know what I'm
saying.
saying?
That's all I was warning against. Mimi is so sweet and so kind, and her voice is so sensual. I love Mimi. Sometimes she thinks I be trying to like jump on her, but it's not. I'm like, that ain't what we talking about. You don't have to defend that here. You might have to defend it in other places, but not here. But when it's off topic, you know I'm going to say something, right?
Yeah. And I mean, and to take that even deeper, I would liken insecure attachment to us having a broken lighthouse.
Whoop. Come on.
You understand the function of a lighthouse.
Mm-hmm.
So when the lighthouse ain't working, we're in fear of hitting the rocks. We could be in the smoothest water in the ocean and still have that fear if we don't know where that lighthouse is.
Man, great point, brother. And you know, you got to call in earlier, man, because you got so many jewels. We really appreciate it. Guess what you just did?
No, I got it in. Dade County.
Dade County, you know what it is. Miami in the building. We got somebody from Vallejo. Ooh, yeah. Tanya from Vallejo. Talk to us. Hello. Tanya, you there?
Yes, I'm here.
All right, you got to make it quick.
I'm here.
We up against the clock. You got to make it real quick.
Okay, thank you. So I was just saying that I kind of realized, and thank you for having me and speaking to me, that I believe that there are other people that are generalized, like communication. You have to communicate. You have to set your boundaries. But I don't think that they really expand and broaden the questions. They don't. They stay there. No, when you address something, like you got to deep dive. So if somebody says, "Oh, communication," but sometimes how do you communicate with yourself?
Right.
Because it's not for somebody else to sit up there and confirm your communication. How do you communicate with yourself?
Man, listen, Tanya,
so if you don't communicate with yourself right, nobody else that you bring into your area is going to do it.
Come on, Tanya. Listen, you got to do me a
thank
favor.
you, so-
No, wait. You got to do me a favor. You got to call back tomorrow because you too good. You too good. I'm going to have a topic just for you. When we come forward, the voice of reason going to keep this fire lit. But tomorrow. Hey, I got love for y'all. We got another one coming.
Spending my money, I didn't care. I carried my friends out for a good time, buying bootleg liquor, champagne and wine. When I begin to fall so